We'll keep an eye on about 27 minutes.
You have your phone timer there?
Yep, 4:32 makes 4:57. 4:57, we're done.
Yeah.
4:57, we're done.
All right.
I'll start the timer in here too, so that way I emulate it.
Okay.
If I happen to see it, then I'll
Okay.
let you know. Okay, I'm rolling. So actually, you can start whenever.
Okay.
So we got.
We're not going to do the rolling.
We're supposed to be doing a Thanksgiving special, and I understand. Okay, we got the popcorn.
Right.
And the popcorn's here because we're going to discuss, amongst other things,
That's right.
Thanksgiving movies.
That's right, because we associate popcorn with watching movies.
That's right, and it's smart food popcorn. It's movie theater butter flavored, and apparently I found in my bowl a couple of things that don't look like popcorn. I think there might be. Remember the old man's toenails?
Yes.
I think that this somebody from some state where 75% of the people who voted in the election a month ago were old white men, and these were their ballots apparently. The ones that voted for everybody voted all the way down the line for all the offices on the ballot. They had a big toenail. And the ones that only voted, they only go in sometimes just to vote for a representative or a town clerk or constable or dog catcher or whatever. They only have the little ballots. So you go in and they ask you who you vote, how many votes do you cast, and would say, well, I'm voting for everybody. I'm voting on every single office up. They get the big one, and the dudes that go in there. And apparently 75% of the people that voted in the last election were either 75% of all the voters were white males, or 75% of the male voters were white. So at any rate, apparently all these great ideas to get people to get out and vote didn't work out because everybody got annoyed about things like there being no reform on immigration at that point. And they said, what the heck, and they stayed home. And therefore, we got what we voted for. But so, again, smart foods, movie theater butter, flavored popcorn, and but we're still waiting for the turkey to come in.
Oh, is that it?
And
now,
I got some hungry cats that are waiting for those.
Weren't you saying something? Oh, you talked about people were disappointed that nothing was done about reform on immigration, but then you said
until after the election.
Okay, but then you said something about an executive order decision was made regarding immigration. So,
and we're still trying to figure out exactly, because you did some studying on this, and you found, what did you find out if there was an executive order and there was something different?
Oh, that there's a proclamation, a presidential proclamation.
Presidential proclamation, which are apparently a little bit different one from the other.
Yes.
And we still have to figure that out because we have our good and dear friend Marty Heiser coming back.
Right.
Next week. We don't want to be left with our pants hanging low, right, while Marty explains to us. So we better make sure we know our stuff. Now, the shocker of all this is that Emily's off. She's going back to Italy probably for another couple of weeks. Every couple of weeks she goes to Italy. That's for a couple of weeks apparently.
Well, I got to keep up on the politics, abroad.
So I'm stuck here, and she's going to give me the lowdown. She's going to email me the lowdown on all these different political things, so that I can fight off Marty's advances and all his zaniness. So Marty, if you're watching, turn off the TV set.
Right.
Because we don't want you to know what our strategy is. No strategy. Nope. So Thanksgiving. While we wait for our...
Yeah, what's your favorite... Okay, Thanksgiving. What's your favorite movie to watch during the holiday season?
Well, I'll tell you. I've heard, although I've never actually seen the movie, I've heard that Home Alone is a pretty good movie, and apparently gets shown every Thanksgiving. Yeah. Because they're trying to incite kids to coerce their parents to buy them more gifts. Otherwise, they'll bring zany people into their house and destroy and do stuff to them. And that'll teach the parents a lesson, apparently. But The Wizard of Oz is usually on Thanksgiving, isn't it?
I don't know. It's possible. I never really liked that movie, but I'm very...
Well, there you go. There's another revelation. What do you mean?
It's famous.
What do you mean you don't like The Wizard of Oz?
I don't like scary movies.
And it's scary?
I'm scared of I'm scared of movies with, like, people with green faces. No, I don't know. I just think as a child, it's scary. The Wicked Witch. And
okay. I got you there. The witch was scary looking. How about those monkeys? How about those monkeys?
Yeah.
My God, I had nightmares all the time when the first 40 or 50 times I saw that movie. I had nightmares all the time afterwards about monkeys coming and grabbing me and flying off.
Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory with the little Oompa Loompas. That movie scared me too. As a child, I think a lot of children are sensitive. People with like...
I saw it last week and I was frightened.
What about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? That movie scared the child snatcher at the beginning.
Yeah, and that's probably one that probably will show...
It's a Disney movie.
Yeah. There are a lot of Disney movies that are kind of scary.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of those movies I wouldn't show my child. I mean, looking back as a child watching them,
Probably almost as bad as Grimm's fairy tales.
Yeah,
because think about those. We read our kids Grimm's fairy tales about ogres under the bridge and old women that'll lead you down the garden path and then make you into soup or something.
No, it's true. Hansel and Gretel. She kidnapped the boy and the girl and then threw them in the oven and fattened them up and then.
Oh my God! Fattened them up and threw them in the oven.
Something like that.
I think it's exactly what happened.
But it's interesting what you said about...
What's that supposed to teach our kids?
No, what it's...
to stay inside and cower in the corner and play video games?
And there's always, like, the evil stepmother and all these, like Cinderella and... Well, because in Hansel and Gretel... Cruella. The father had two children. The father...
Yeah.
Had a boy and a girl, Hansel and Gretel, and then the mother died, and he marries this woman, and I think she's the one that sent them out in the woods, and they leave a trail of breadcrumbs, and then the birds come, find their way back, and then leave them out to...
I guess that's an anti-environmental statement, because think about this. If they went out in the woods, and let's say they had, instead of breadcrumbs, let's say they had poison breadcrumbs.
Right. Exactly.
And they're dropping poison breadcrumbs along the way. Then the birds come along and breadcrumb, and then instead of having to try to follow a trail of breadcrumbs back, they can follow a trail of dead birds back. And maybe even they'll all be turkeys. It could be all turkeys, and then they got Thanksgiving dinner for everybody. And where's that turkey?
No, I know. Where's the turkey?
And I'm expecting a call from my cat. Because the cat's Basil's looking for. He's looking for some turkey. I mean, he's
Well, I'm gonna text Basil and have him tell him to text you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, I'll do that.
Meanwhile,
now it's so funny what you said about like Home Alone and encouraging parents to buy more presents for their kids. Is that what? Because when I was teaching English in Italy to adults, a lot of parents would complain and say how before the advent of television or before television was so widespread, and commercials.
Whoa, look at that.
So in one region, I lived in Modena where they didn't even celebrate Christmas. Oh, wow.
I didn't know Basil spoke Italian. Basil said ciao.
See?
Basil says, where the heck is the turkey? So Basil, you hold on. I got him on the phone. Even though he texted me, I'm calling him back. So Basil, you're supposed to bring the turkey, weren't you? He said, on my show I'll bring the turkey. On your show you bring the turkey.
All right.
Okay. Well, we got popcorn. Will that do? He said, nah.
Oh, okay.
Nah. Actually, I should quote him.
Tender vittles.
Actually, I should quote him first. Basil said,
But anyway,
now translate.
All right.
No. Okay.
So I think like with the advent of, media and commercials, in Modena, they didn't even celebrate Christmas. They celebrated Santa Lucia, which was around the same period as Christmas.
That's love that song.
Yeah.
Hark how the angels cry, joyously every night.
Oh.
Santa Lucia.
Santa Lucia.
So Santa Lucia. Who was this? Who was this Santa Lucia?
Well, I don't know who she was, but my point was they celebrated Santa Lucia instead of Christmas.
Yeah.
And that once kids started being exposed to, television and Christmas, they wanted gifts not only for Santa Lucia but Christmas, and the parents were complaining, saying, like, before all I had to get was presents for one thing, but now my kids want presents for Christmas, and they just want more and more and more and more. Whereas before, I don't know, like, where did this... I don't know. Why do we feel we have to get all these presents for our kids?
And here's the bigger question.
Okay.
Cristobal Colombo.
Okay.
Colombo. Who, Italian Jew, who sailed for Spain and found the New World. And in Spain they called him Colon.
Right.
Because apparently he liked to duty himself up a little bit for the people he ran into. He was Jewish.
Okay.
So now he had what are the 8 days of Hanukkah gifts?
Oh. And
Santa Lucia gifts and Christmas gifts.
Oh.
Man, how did he manage that?
I know.
Oh, I know how he managed that. He didn't have any kids. That makes it a little easier.
No, and I think, like, I was on Facebook and one of my cousins or something had posted this thing where a lot of parents now, well, I don't know, but they're saying because kids now have so much stuff, I think a lot of people are saying we don't want so much stuff. It's like, why don't we practice giving and giving time and spending time with people instead of like being like, here,
what a concept.
giving gifts,
That's a great idea.
Spending time with people. I always said giving people the gift of, time, spending time with someone is the best gift you can give anyone, giving of yourself.
You might get called cheapskate, but that's all right.
Yeah. Take my nieces and nephews to a movie or...
Oh, my God, yes. Yeah.
I mean, even as a parent, like, I'd much rather spend time with my parents or aunts and uncles and cousins and much more meaningful than just, necessarily having to...
That is. Yeah. Now, if we could just go back in the Wayback Machine and tell Cristobal Colombo that he would he wouldn't have to sail to the world to bring back all the gifts he brought back.
Yeah.
For his kids for the 8 days of Hanukkah and the and Santa Lucia Day and Christmas the elves wouldn't be happy though, because then they wouldn't be busy making stuff.
Yeah, and that's
why
they
could go back to making cookies. Even better.
And that's why my favorite movie, It's a Wonderful Life, because it's all about, like, it's all about, like, looking at how lucky we are, like, what are the really important things, like having friends and family, and it's not a, it's not about,
And popcorn's dry, isn't it?
It is. Anyway, it's not about...
Smart food popcorn?
It's not about presents at all.
Smart food popcorn, you're off our list.
Yep. And when I was growing up...
You can still pay us to advertise you, but we're just not going to advertise you anymore. Go ahead.
Like when I was growing up, honestly, I remember, like, my mom, we might share gifts, simple gifts on Christmas Eve, but one year we sponsored a child in Africa. It was all more about giving and, like, focusing on people who didn't have, instead of... Because we already had so much, and I think it's just important to teach children, focus on, like, giving as opposed to just, receiving.
The only problem with that is that you can't go to Macy's or Bamberger's in New York and buy an African child or a child from poverty. You can't buy them.
No.
They don't sell them. And even if they sell them at Walmart, it's probably a little bit more likely.
No.
They probably run out like on... What do they start shopping now? It's not Black Friday anymore.
And it was Black Thursday now.
Black Thursday.
It's right after Thanksgiving dinner.
It's more Blacker Wednesday.
Yeah.
They start this whole thing is getting a little bit out of hand with that when we go shopping.
No, I know.
I don't even know where the Walmart in the area is, to tell you the truth.
Wow.
Do we have one?
Yeah, on Route 6, across from the Holiday Inn, the Courtyard Marriott, Eagle Road.
That used to be...
Newtown Road. Well, Marshall's Marshalls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marshalls. It's like Brookshire Shopping Center.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what was there before?
Bradley's.
Bradley's was there?
Yeah.
Okay. Bradley's I've been to.
Yeah. I don't think it was ever a Kmart. I think it just went from Bradley's to Walmart. I don't think we ever had a Kmart. Although I don't know the difference between Kmart and Walmart, but...
Did any of them ever sell turkeys? Because we need a turkey.
No, Walmart does sell food. They do.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've never bought food there, but I know they sell it
What
there.
part of China are their turkeys made in?
I don't know. I remember I bought a turkey once in Italy. They don't celebrate Thanksgiving there, but I wanted to do it because I had a colleague I taught English with. He was American, and we wanted to have Thanksgiving for our friends. And I bought 2 little turkeys because you can't get a huge turkey like there. Like you can't get a 30-pound turkey. You have to get little turkeys.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta answer Basil back.
Oh. And
Keep going. Yeah.
anyway, so I got my 2 little turkeys. I got from the chicken guy, and then what else I got? I made pumpkin pie from a pumpkin and made everything from scratch. But no, I would say that Thanksgiving is the only holiday that's truly American that we celebrate here.
And I think also Canada.
Right.
I think Canada has Thanksgiving
on a different day.
a little earlier in the year because it's colder up there, so the harvest time comes a little early.
Yeah. But I think it's great to have a holiday when it's just about family and you don't necessarily have to run out buying gifts and stuff.
Yeah.
I always like buying gifts when I'm inspired to buy a gift, not because I feel like I have to buy gifts for people. Or, I think because that's what all these movies are about, right? It's such the true spirit of Christmas.
You're talking about It's a Wonderful Life,
right?
And that was.
Yeah, and I think that's what
What happened? Who's?
No, I got a text from Basil the cat. Should I read it?
Go ahead.
It says, Lair Sky is bringing the turkey.
Well, there you go.
That's right. She better.
That means Basil.
She's been promising for years.
I think she's been promising to be on this show for I don't know how long. How long have I known her?
At least 4 years.
4 years. And I always hear next month, any day now, she'll be here. Well, maybe she'll show up this time with a turkey.
Yeah, maybe.
Because Basil lit a fire under her to bring the turkey. So,
I think that my favorite Christmas movies are about, feel-good movies and things that make you focus on. I mean, what is, when they say the true meaning of Christmas, what does that mean to you? When these movies talk about, the true meaning of Christmas.
I think you hit it. I think you hit it just right with spending time with family.
Right.
And you don't even have to show up with gifts. If you show up with anything in somebody's house, you show up with something homemade.
Right, exactly.
That you spent a little time and energy make, and then you bring it there, and everybody brings a little something, and then you've got a feast.
Right. Now, what are these movies on the Hallmark Channel when they're like, do kids do you believe in Santa Claus, right? So, what do you think Santa Claus represents? So, if you take a child's belief in Santa Claus away, what are you taking away? Are we saying? Do you know what I mean?
No.
I never quite.
Okay. Basil.
What does Basil say about
He
that?
He says, "I told you I'd get Lara to bring the turkey along."
Oh.
I'm just not sure. She might be. Basil says she might be there. Now, in a little while, she might be there in 4 years. So just hang out. She'll be there.
All right. And did she say she's bringing a turkey or not?
Eventually.
Oh, okay.
Eventually. She promised eventually.
So
the spirit of where were we?
No, we're talking about when all these movies are Christmas movies, and they're like, do you believe in Santa or do you believe in the North Pole? I mean, the miracle of 34th Street. So
I've taught my kids this. I said, Santa Claus is the spirit of giving.
Yeah.
So when they realized that, first of all, they realized we didn't have a chimney. That kind of spoil the chimney thing a little bit. And then when one Christmas morning, those cookies and milk they left out, somebody forgot to eat them and drink them.
Oh.
Then they started to catch on to the idea that there is no jolly old elf, or no big fat guy in a red suit that couldn't fit down the chimney anyway. And then one year, Kimberly started to learn how to spell.
Oh.
And we taught her how to play Scrabble to help her learn how to spell. And she's playing with the tiles, and she lays out the name Santa, and she's playing with it. And then she goes, "Oh my God,
Satan!
Santa is Satan." That's when it's a good time to say to kids, "Well, see, Santa Claus is not really Satan.
Oh,
not really a guy in a red suit, even though a guy in a red suit and horns could be Satan, and black sooty boots that he can kick you with."
Right.
But Santa Claus is the spirit of giving.
Okay.
And if Santa Claus is the spirit of giving, then all is well.
Right.
And that seemed to work on the kids. Of course, they always kept saying, "Well, that's fine and good, Dad, but what are you going to give us? What do you got for us this year? What are you in the spirit for giving?"
No, I mean, up until even middle school, I would still be so excited going to bed on Christmas Eve. I don't know why. It was just still that excitement, that feeling in my,
Yeah.
I still kind of believed. I don't remember having some traumatic event where I realized, oh no, Santa Claus isn't real. I don't remember.
So it's possible the kids don't ever really go through this trauma anyway.
No,
so there's no point
I didn't.
So there's really probably no point in even, worrying about it. Parents worrying about what's going to happen when the kids find us out.
Yeah.
And they know that we're lying to them.
In Italy, it's funny you talked about the chimney because a lot of people don't have chimneys. And Christmas trees are really a Northern European thing, by the way.
Yep, they are, yep.
But in Italy, they have the Befana, which is a good witch, and she's based on the Bible story of this old woman who was always sweeping her house, and the three kings came to her house and were like, "Can you teach us how to? We're the wise men following the star to Jesus. Can you show us the way?" And she's like, "No, I'm too busy sweeping. So finally, she's like, "Okay, now I'm going to go find the three wise men." And by the time she went to go follow them, she couldn't find them anymore. So according to legend, the good witch Befana, she goes from house to house looking for these three wise men to follow them to the birth of Jesus. And
is she like knocking on doors when she's going around?
No, she sneaks in and she leaves little boys and girls. They leave their shoes out in a stocking, and she'll leave a piece of fruit or stuff in their shoes. But they have a different custom.
That's kind of nice. She doesn't steal the shoes, does she?
No.
She doesn't trade it. She doesn't leave an orange and take a pair of Uggs in exchange.
But they still have the thing where, if you're bad, they'll leave a piece of coal. But now they have all these new things, like elf on a shelf. I don't know where that started.
What the heck is that?
It's like you put this elf on your house.
Yeah.
And it's constantly it's the big brother, the elf sees you if you're good or bad, and it's a way to keep your kids from, it's watching you if you're good or bad.
With spy cameras and stuff?
No, it doesn't have, it's just a doll, but the kids are supposed to believe that the elf, sees everything. They don't know if it really does. It just symbolizes.
Right, it scares the kids into behaving that they better behave.
Yes.
Because mom and dad work for the NSA and they're watching you. Screw the NSA. They got you covered.
Oh God.
They see everything. Mom and dad are omnipotent. They're
they are.
They're the real danger to society.
No, I agree. I do agree. I completely agree. And
I'm not sure if I agree. Go ahead.
When I think about my favorite customs, I think for me it was Christmas Eve was a big deal. It was just spending time with your family and singing Christmas carols, decorating the tree, making Christmas cookies, and
The Basil again.
What are his favorite customs for Christmas?
He says his favorite custom is telling us that somebody's going to show up on the show
Ooh.
But in fact, they're not.
Oh man.
Oh man, come on. I mean, what do we got? What do we got for our Thanksgiving meal except for popcorn?
I love popcorn balls.
Yeah, but it's stale. I mean, you were choking on it before.
I know.
Dry as a friggin' bone.
It's a good thing I recovered.
And there's movie theater butter. It says movie theater butter in giant letters,
right.
and then in little tiny inky dinky letters, flavored.
It says no artificial. No artificial what?
No artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives.
Okay.
100% whole grain, gluten free. What's gluten?
Gluten is something that's found in like wheat products. Some people have an allergy to.
Okay. So if it's in wheat products, then I guess it's pretty safe to say there's no big deal in keeping popcorn gluten free.
Right, exactly.
How could you get gluten into popcorn?
You can't.
Okay. Our elf has announced that we have 3 minutes left. So.
What's your favorite Christmas movie? Or any other comments about your holiday season? What is your favorite part of this whole holiday season? You
got me thinking about scary holiday movies.
Oh.
And I'm thinking about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I know.
Those kids get tortured.
I know.
My God, they make them eat like 40 pounds of chocolate each one of them. So they get to be like gigantic balloonish kind of children.
One girl becomes a blueberry.
And they turn the girl into the blueberry.
Yeah, I know.
Man, if I were watching that as a kid, I'd be scared to death. I'd never eat another blueberry as long as I lived.
Oh, I know. Those are some scary movies.
And then they get waterboarded down the river of chocolate and stuff.
What's your favorite food at Thanksgiving?
Well, sad to say, it's not popcorn.
Aww.
It is turkey.
Okay. Turkey, stuffing.
But Basil said, don't worry, she'll be there anytime.
And I love cranberry sauce. And they don't.
Oh, yeah, with real cranberries?
They don't have cranberries in Italy, so I used to have friends like smuggle them in the country because, no cranberries. Isn't that bizarre?
No, because I think the only place cranberries really actually grow is in Massachusetts.
Probably, yeah.
Because they've got the bogs.
I know. It's crazy. Even peanut butter was never a big thing. Certain things you miss,
Now, where...
Pumpkin pie.
Oh, yeah. Where in the world, other than Massachusetts, would a guy named Wade Boggs come from?
I don't know.
The guy that played for the Red Sox?
Yeah.
And he was great. And then, like many other players, he played for another team that came to the Yankees and stunk. Because apparently Yankee Stadium has no cranberry bogs in it. Because in Fenway Park, they put a special, they had him in center field. And they put a special bog in there, and he'd wade through it, and he could wade faster than anybody else, where the players on the other team could only, go like 10, 15 feet to try to catch a fly ball, and forget it, if the fly ball was 20 feet away from them. Right. It went into the water, and then they had to get this gloopy ball out and throw it back in the field. Wade got it every time.
Wow.
Because he was good at wading through the bogs.
That's right.
We're going to come back in a minute because we know for a fact that Lara Sky, our good and dear friend, is going to bring us a turkey.
Ooh.
Progressive Soup, David Stevenson, Emily Volpintesta. This is our
holiday.
Yeah, our big holiday show. And watch out for these in the popcorn. They're not very good.
No, they're not.
They're a little crunchier than the kernels of popcorn that you want. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Candy.